She won $1.3 million in the lottery, and she didn't tell a soul. Not her lawyer, not the court, and especially not her husband of 25 years. This is the true story of Denise and Thomas Rossi, and how one woman's greed cost her every single penny. Thomas and Denise Rossi married in 1971 in Los Angeles. By all accounts, they were a quiet couple, homebodies who did everything together. Thomas later told the court they were so close they even shared the same electric toothbrush. For 25 years, their marriage seemed stable. Thomas ran a small photography shop in West Hollywood. Denise worked at a clothing design firm. They weren't wealthy, but they were getting by. Then, on December 28, 1996, everything changed. Denise and 5 co-workers pooled their money to play the California lottery, and they hit the jackpot. The group won $6.6 million. Denise's share, $1,336,000, paid in 20 annual installments of $66,800. Life-changing money. But Denise didn't celebrate with her husband. She didn't tell him at all. Instead, she called the California Lottery Commission. She told them she was married, but thinking about divorce. They advised her to file before receiving her first check. So 11 days after winning, Denise filed for divorce. She had Thomas served at his photography shop. He was blindsided. After 25 years, he had no idea what went wrong. When it came to divide assets, Denise brought an attorney. Thomas couldn't afford one. So Denise filled out his financial forms herself, conveniently leaving out the $1 million lottery prize. She had checks sent to her mother's address hundreds of miles away. She signed a settlement with a warranty of full disclosure. She lied under oath. The divorce was finalized April 7, 1997. Thomas walked away with almost nothing. His business failed. In 1998, he filed for bankruptcy and took a part-time job at a chain photo store. Meanwhile, Denise quietly collected $66,000 a year.
But then fate intervened. In May 1999, more than 2 years after the divorce, a letter arrived at Thomas's old address, addressed to Denise. It was from a company called Statewide Funding, offering to help lottery winners receive a lump sum payment for their annual installments. Thomas stared at that letter. Lottery winners like her? He contacted the California Lottery Commission. They confirmed it. His ex-wife had won $1.3 million, 11 days before filing for divorce. She had hidden every cent. Thomas hired attorney Mark Lerner. They filed to reopen the case on grounds of fraud, demanding 100% of the winnings. Denise fought back. She claimed the ticket was a gift, making it separate property. She claimed Thomas was abusive. She claimed she didn't know the law required disclosure. The judge didn't buy any of it. On November 15, 1999, Judge Richard Denner found that Denise acted with fraud and malice. She had intentionally concealed community property. She had violated California's disclosure laws. She had lied under oath. Under California Family Code Section 111, when a spouse commits fraud in hiding community property, the court can award 100% of the hidden asset to the other spouse. And that's exactly what the judge did. He awarded Thomas every single penny, all $1.3 million. Denise appealed. In 2001, the California Court of Appeal upheld the ruling. Her conduct was intentional, calculated, and fraudulent. She had consulted the Lottery Commission to learn how to keep the money. She had used her mother's address. She had filled out his forms herself. Tears rolled down Thomas's face when the ruling was read. Denise lost everything. Not half, everything. Her own attorney later admitted that if she had simply disclosed the winnings, he could have argued it was separate property, or at least negotiated a deal. Her greed cost her every last dollar. Attorney Mark Lerner summed it up. Moral of the story? It pays to be honest from the beginning. Sometimes the biggest gamble isn't buying the ticket. It's thinking you can get away with keeping the secret.